Imagine this. You're at a grocery store armed with a shopping list from your mother. You pick up 1.5 kilograms of apples. That's a decimal for you. Next, you grab 3 bottles of milk, an example of an integer. Lastly, you scoop up half a pound of cheese, a real-life fraction. From apples to cheese, you're juggling between decimals, integers, and fractions. So without realizing it, you've just used the decimal, integer, and fraction number systems in your everyday life. But what are these number systems really? In the world of mathematics, there are 3 main number systems that we often encounter: decimals, integers, and fractions. Let's break them down one by one. Firstly, decimals. These are numbers that use a decimal point to show values smaller than 1, like 0.5 for half an apple or 0.25 for a quarter of a pizza. They're super handy when we need precise measurements. Next up, integers. These include all the whole numbers, both positive and negative, along with 0. So if you're counting apples or tallying up a score, integers are your go-to. Lastly, we have fractions. These are numbers that represent parts of a whole. So if you've eaten half a pizza, that's represented as 1/2. Or if you've consumed 3/4 of a cake, that's a fraction too. And there you have it, the 3 main number systems we use in our daily lives: decimals, integers, and fractions. Now that you've got the basics down, it's time to put your knowledge to the test. Let's start with a simple problem. How would you convert the fraction 3/4 into a decimal? Or how about converting the integer 7 into a fraction? Take your time, there's no rush. These problems may seem easy, but they're crucial for building a solid foundation. Remember, practice makes perfect. Keep working on these problems and soon you'll be a master of the number systems.